Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna make a pizza. Now, it's not the best pizza, but also it's really stress relieving, uses up a bunch of junk out of your fridge, and will convince your friends that you're good at cooking. Alright, well let me get my soft voice on. So today I'm just gonna be starting with some dry yeast and a cup of warm water. You put the yeast in the water, mix it up a little bit, and then walk away for a small amount of time. While the yeast is getting all activated, we're going to start putting in the flour. So I use approximately 3.5 cups of flour. The recipe calls for 4, but I think that's too many. Into the flour, we shall just chuck some salt. Just pour it until you feel like, that's enough salt. I don't want a salty boy pizza, but I do want a pizza. Once that yeast is all activated, you'll be able to tell because it'll be completely milky, there'll be no lumpy bits, and there should be a small foam that is on top of it. It'll be about 10 minutes that happens. So just pour it in and mix it around. And, keep pouring in and mixing it around. Look, we're going to add some olive oil. We're going to open it with one hand apparently, and pour it in. Just some olive oil, I'd say a teaspoon? Maybe. I'll call it a zhuzh. Give it a zhuzh of olive oil. And I'm gonna do something absolutely crazy here. I'm gonna make a mess. No, I'm gonna throw in some extra water because 1 cup is not enough. And I don't know how you're meant to live with the shaggy dough and pizza, so just throw in water until you end up with the dough. Like, you know what a dough looks like. I believe in you. It's kind of solid, but not solid. This is where my pizza skills, you can tell I am not a professional, but it's a dough, okay? Believe me. I believe in you. You can believe in me. Cool, so now for the fun part and the stress relieving part. Now we just knead it. I don't have a technique for kneading. I'm sure other people do, but this is, you mix it up until it becomes formed into one clump that is kind of stretchy. But, my pizzas aren't great. It's not a stretchy dough. It's a solid dough. But it's a nice dough. I like it. As Bob Ross would say, beat the devil out of it. Look, now we're just going to prepare for our mid-pizza making siesta. I've oiled a bowl. And look, apparently my hands too, but hey, how could you blame me? It's a nice moisturizer. And now we're just going to cover it up and leave. Now, before you get too comfortable, remember that you still have toppings to do. At the moment, I have a old tomato and a very old capsicum in my fridge, so that is what's going on my pizza. No, don't worry, actually it ended up tasting really, really good. So yeah, just cut them up. I'm sure you know how to cut things up. Oh, and cheese! Don't forget the cheese. I don't know about you, but pizza's really boring without cheese. It just makes me sad. Don't ever order a pizza without cheese. Unless you're vegan, but then, use vegan cheese. It's just nice. I'm sorry, I just have a lot of feelings about this subject, okay? Once all is chopped and your dough is risen, this will take you about 20 minutes minimum, but you can leave it up to I don't know, a day? Oh, no, the other half of your pizza, this will make a pizza and a half, so the other half will sit around for a day. And I just stretch it out. Now, normally with pizza dough, what you can do is you can use your knuckles to stretch out the pizza dough, but this recipe is a little bit stiff, although if you are good, then you'll be able to make it stretchy, but I can't, so with what I've done is I just need to hand pull it, and I'm just hand pulling it into a rough pizza shape. Look, I'm also just going to talk about the fact that I'm using alfoil at the moment. Normally I'll use baking paper, preferably use a pizza stone, but I don't have that, and if you don't have any of those things, just flour the baking tray. That works too. Now to B12 again. Pour some sauce on. Today I'm using just straight barbecue sauce. I do have pizza sauce, but I just really enjoy this smoky barbecue sauce as a pizza base. It's surprisingly nice. This is where I get everybody into the things go, what the fuck are you doing?
You're caressing your pizza dough, making it wet.
And then we throw on all of the ingredients. I'm gonna add in some rosemary, some oregano, some chili, just to make it a bit more spicy. The chili actually made it really nice. And don't forget, cheese, as I said before. Now's the part where you should have your oven preheated to 200 degrees Celsius. Did you have it preheated to 200 degrees Celsius? You should have. And put your baby in the oven, like your mom. This only takes 15 minutes to cook, but it will end up very hot, so remember to get someone else to burn themselves. As we take it out of the oven, and here it is, the final pizza. It actually looks super delicious, and you know what? It was. The cheese was gooey, it was soft, the bread was crunchy. It was just, I wish I could go back in time and eat that pizza again. But we don't have any footage of any cheese pulls because I did sneak it into a movie. Here's some truth time. That is the only recipe that I know how to cook that's anywhere near fancy, so this will probably be the only cooking video I make. But who knows, maybe this will become a cooking channel in the future. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, go to my Instagram, go to the thing, go to do anything. Anyway, have a lovely day. And I hope you enjoy your weekend and your day and your life and enjoy it. Alright, goodbye now. See you next time.